All right, so as you guys are most likely aware by now, itch.io had censored their platform for all not safe for work content. They were the ones that took down everything, right? Steam took down just some of the games that were more egregious and hardcore. That's not to say that it's acceptable, it's not. But regardless, they took down partial amount of games. But itch.io completely panicked and decided to take down every single not safe for work game and delist them. Right now, you can't even search for anything that's even remotely adult related on itch.io. But apparently, they are fighting back. And this is great news. And this is something that I want to hear. This is honestly something that I wish Steam would do, because I feel like Steam, of all companies, has the power and the ability to truly fight back. But for some reason, they're playing it very safe right now. Itch.io, according to PC Gamer, is apparently actively reaching out to other payment processors after pressure from credit card companies to curtail not safe for work content, and that compared to Valve, it has limited ability to push back. You know, one of the things that I love about itch.io is that they're not afraid to call people out, right? Itch.io is the ones that actually called out Collective Shout. They're the ones that called out the payment processors. And now they're calling out Steam for not doing anything when they themselves are trying to do something. It actually is pretty damn amazing. So itch.io appears to be scrambling for cover after credit card payment processors began pressuring it to remove or moderate its not safe for work content. A move claimed to be at the behest of supposed anti-porn groups like Collective Shout, an ongoing situation that's been causing a huge turmoil over the past week. I think I would say that's honestly an understatement at this point. As part of compliance, Itch has been made to de-index many or all of its adult or not safe for work games while it performs a review, not just porn or erotica, but games with adult, subversive, or even suggestive themes. Now, keep in mind, we ran a story about mouthwashing and how that game supposedly got taken down by Collective Shout and the payment processors, and it got caught up in this whole nonsense. The truth of the matter of that situation came out, and it was that the game wasn't actually indexed on itch.io at all. It wasn't available for sale. If you went to the page on itch.io for mouthwashing, it would take you to their Steam page where you can then buy the product, right? But the truth is that while the game wasn't available to buy on this platform, it was available to search on this platform. That is no longer the case. So if the game was able to be purchased on this platform, then it actually would have been censored by everything that's going on. So yes, it is true that they are going after not just Gooter games. They're going after not just porn games. They are going after horror games. They're going after anything that these payment processors will deem to be a little bit too problematic, a little bit too adult, a little bit too spicy, right? So while titulating games and art that aren't outright illegal things, which none of it is, right? None of the games that have been banned are illegal games. Literally none of them. They're all legal. They're all works of fiction. They might be spicy to you. They might be a little bit too hardcore for you. Shit, most of them are too hardcore for me. And that's saying a lot. But at the end of the day, they have a right to exist. They are not fiction. They are not illegal. They have a right to exist in any sensible society that understands adults do actually have sex. I know. Wow. Shocking. The situation has had a knock-on effect for the LGBTQ and minority creators. Now, guys, I want you guys to hear something really quick. The only reason why, and I want to make this very clear, because we were talking about snakes in the grass during the live stream. I want to make it very clear. There are snakes in the grass. The gaming websites like PC Gamer, Polygon, Kotaku, they are snakes in the grass. They are commenting on this whole censorship debacle only because itch.io got taken down all of their not safe for work games. Or more specifically, the only reason why they're commenting on it now is because the LGBTQ Gooter games got taken down. The black made video games got taken down. The minority video games got taken down. That is the only reason why they're commenting it on right now. If it was only games that supposedly Chuds made, then they would not be saying a single word. But it's because the LGBTQ stuff got taken down. Now, all of a sudden, they want to comment on it. That is the only reason why they're saying anything. But regardless, at least they're finally saying something. So again, like mentioned previously, they're only talking about the knock-on effect that it had for the supposed LGBTQ community and minority creators making less smutty work too. As indie dev Jenny Zhao Hisya described to me earlier this week, cutting these women off from income streams and audiences does nothing to supposedly protect them. But in a recent follow-up FAQ, Itch.io has clarified that it's not only trying to get things even keel as quickly as possible, but it's also stated that it's seeking other payment processors who don't faint after receiving 1,000 letters from anti-porn activists. Also, its response has been made more chaotic because, simply put, it's a less regimented platform with less bargaining power than Big Brother Valve, aka Steam. The situation is evolving as we await final determinations from our current payment processors, Stripe and PayPal. The site writes, there are still unknowns that prevent us from providing a fixed timeline. So again, guys, this entire situation has gone completely through the stratosphere in terms of everybody talking about this now. You got the left, you got the right, you got the center. They're all talking about this situation because nobody likes censorship, right? Except for certain people, and they all know who they are. But at the end of the day, most people don't like the idea of censorship, especially if you live in the United States. Maybe if you live in other countries, you might be used to some forms of censorship, but people hate that shit here. We don't like dealing with that. We don't like seeing that. So anytime it happens on a mass scale, that's when people tend to go a little bit crazy. And let it be known, this is a mass scale. The amount of people that are affected by this, not just the games themselves, but the developers and the studios, the people that made this stuff, they're all being affected by this. People are losing their livelihood because of this, because of the games being taken down. They said that, again, we are actively reaching out to other payment processors that are more willing to work with this kind of content. We have suspended the ability to pay with Stripe for 18 plus content for the foreseeable future. Our immediate focus has been on content classification reviews and implementing stricter age gating on the website. As for why Itch's response was more dramatic than Steam's, well, it's down to scope. Steam is a closed platform where every product page is approved before it appears on the store. Because they were generally aware of the content they host, they could identify and act on specific pages. Itch.io is an open UGC user-generated content platform. With over 2 million product pages, anyone can publish content at any time with minimal barriers. We cannot rely on user-provided tagging to be accurate enough for a targeted approach, so a broader review was necessary to be thorough. Now, again, they are two completely different platforms, but I genuinely believe that Steam, out of both of these two, has the means to fight back way harder than anybody. And like the article said, they have way more bargaining power. If Steam goes to alternative payment processors and say, hey, we will allow you to use our platform, make extra money, whatever, if you allow us to use you as a payment processor, then I think that they have huge bargaining platform. Steam makes a lot of money, an ungodly amount of money. Almost everybody would want to work with them. So they can be the ones to really enact change. But for some reason right now, they are the ones that are very quiet with this whole debacle. But again, as for why that review necessitated immediate de-indexing of games, Itch blinks twice to tell us it's in trouble. Additionally, Itch.io is a small company, both in team size and transaction volume compared to a company like Steam. We have limited ability to push back. So why is the small guy fighting back, right? Why is the small guy fighting back against this when the bigger guy is not fighting back? Like, what's going on here? Why is the bigger guy being an absolute pussy and the smaller guy is the one fighting back? It just makes you wonder, right? The platform clarifies, we lose our ability to accept payments from a partner like PayPal or Stripe. We impact the ability of all creators to do business. Losing PayPal, for instance, will prevent us from sending payouts to many people. Our actions were taken to protect our payment processing abilities for as much of the platform as possible. It also clears up a few misconceptions. While delisted content is part of the course, and some games have received a content notice, the files for them should still be in the libraries of those who purchased them, assuming the creator has not taken down the page or removed the files completely themselves. The FAQ adds, regardless of what happens, I personally recommend you maintain control over the content you own. Itch.io is a DRM-free platform from day one for this reason. Download and back up your games, and don't let any corporation dictate what you can own. So listen, they're saying all the right things, right? Itch.io is doing what they got to do for the most part. But I'm just sad that Steam is not doing what they got to do also. Steam could really make a big change here. Steam could really fight hard about all of this. But for some reason, They're just maintaining their quiet. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know if Steam's going to eventually say something in the future. I highly doubt it personally. Even as a fan of Steam, I highly doubt that they're going to do anything. And that's really sad to say. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about itch.io fighting against this nonsense? What do you think about them going to other payment processors, trying to make something happen? Whatever your thoughts may be, leave it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.